Guys, I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you will not regret it. If you ever return to subscribe, as always, guys, welcome back. And I do appreciate the support. I almost forgot. Guys, I want to talk a little bit today about a story that came out a couple of days ago. And it's about the story of a lady called Khristi Jackson in Jacksonville, Florida. Now, this is this story. A lot of you guys heard of it. For some of you guys that did not, Khristi Jackson was at home. Supposedly, there was a suspect wanted by the police. The police knock on her door. And when she opens the door, I don't know what ensues, but the end result is they break up in her house and arrest her in front of her kids. And the thing that's messed up about the whole situation is it was mistaken identity. Now, this happens a lot, believe it or not, but it goes unreported in a lot of urban areas. So seeing this is not as shocking to me as it would be to somebody that has never witnessed or seen anything like this. There are countless times that the police raid the wrong house, shoot the wrong person. Hell, there's been a story a couple weeks ago about a guy getting shot in another state. You know, they knocked on the wrong door. He came to the door, didn't know who it was. He was killed. But back to Miss Jackson. This is a common occurrence. You know, police get wrong information or something happens where they wind up going to the wrong house. Now, this lady right here, Miss Jackson, Khristi, was lucky. After her being arrested, they wound up releasing her. But it's a 20-second video that I'm going to show real quick, in case anybody hasn't seen it. It's 22 seconds, very, very quick. And I'll play it and we'll come back. Check it out.
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Can somebody please help me? Please. Oh my God. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on?
Ladies and gentlemen, that was the video. And I'm going to be honest with you. After seeing the video, I want to say this. This is one of the reasons why, as standard citizens, no matter what color you are or where you live, you need to know the initial rights of you as a citizen in reference to dealing with the police on an initial level. The police were wrong. And the reason why they were wrong is this. You cannot enter a house you can only enter a house with cause. And when I say cause, this is what I mean. You're chasing somebody and you see them running the house and you go in after them. That's number one. The second thing is this. You cannot, unless they're in the house destroying evidence, say somebody got a pound of drugs on them or whatever, or like you think they're selling drugs and like you hear flushing of the toilet and you think you have cause that they're getting rid of the evidence, then you can proceed in the house. Neither was the case. They knocked on the door and asked her who she was. Now, this is where the confusement kicks off with me. And, you know, I'm not taking anybody's side, but I want you to understand something. There's a way of handle. When the video starts, it's already in conflict. Now, the lady said, she said to them, she knew that they asked her who she was. She said she wasn't such and such, and she went to close her door. I think, honestly, that was a big mistake. For you to do that, sometimes these cops be wound up. And it make it look like you just being guilty a lot of times. So sometimes with that, you heard her say in the video, hey, go get my ID. Go get my ID. I would have did that in the beginning. You open the door and it's a whole bunch of police officers. Listen, I already know how this can go. You understand what I'm saying? Some of us know that. Go get my ID. You got the wrong person. This is not me. Now, they were wrong for busting in her house. But I think from what they were saying, she was trying to close the door. I think that was the big mistake. Now, she does have a lawsuit. She does. In fact, it should be lawyers calling her right now. She has some type of case she can bring against them because they took her, they cuffed her, handcuffed her, put her in the car and everything. See, the thing is, long time ago, when they handcuff you back in the day, they have to put you in the car. You see what I'm saying? That happened to me one time. I was at a McDonald's with somebody. And this is one of these stories I might tell on my live. I was at McDonald's one time, and I was with some younger gentleman, and one of them went to McDonald's and did something crazy. I didn't know nothing about it. As the older senior person, I go to talk to the police. I wound up getting handcuffed and locked up for trying to talk and defend somebody else without knowing what was going on. They were wrong. They shouldn't have busted in our house like that. But then again, you can't close the door in the police's face. They're not going to allow it. They had a female already there, so let me know they was looking for a female subject. Now, I give them children a lot of credit. Yeah, the little girl immediately tried to stop and step in and stop them from, but the one recording, they were respectful. Hey, what's going on? They asked the right questions. It wasn't a bunch of cattiness, a bunch of craziness, a bunch of calling them names and fighting, because all that does is create aggression for the person being seized, your mother. We've seen a lot of videos out here, guys, and I want you to pay attention, especially with guys and girls, where it'd be a guy getting arrested or it'd be a girl getting arrested. A whole bunch of hysteria, a whole bunch of dudes hollering and screaming and all this other stuff, causing confusion. What it does, it puts pressure on these police officers, and what they do, they become more aggressive in trying to restrain you. And a lot of times people lose their lives, not because of the situation, but because of what's surrounding in the atmosphere that's brewing. I give these kids a lot of credit. You know what I'm saying? They was trying to ask questions. She was trying to go get the ID. That's all they could do. But the police were wrong in this case, but I mean, it is what it is. Start learning your rights of what a cop can and can't do. And once you see them overstep them bounds, ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Get arrested, because sorry ain't going to do once it's on video. Remember, sometimes having people on video is enough. So all you got to do is comply, because as a victim, you show that you're victimized by not acting negative and putting up with a lot of crazy stuff. Follow procedure. What's wrong is wrong. Just like they go by them guidelines and book laws with you, they also apply to them if you know how to play the game. You understand what I'm saying? It's nothing wrong with letting somebody put handcuffs on you when you know you're right. But guys, as far as this story, it's messed up. I mean, they could have handled her way worse than they did. And trust me, I'm not defending the police, because they did make a mistake. This is just like, in those stories where people, like I said, people bust in the house, break the windows, do all this crazy stuff, shoot bullets in the house, rubber bullets and all this stuff, tear your house up looking for drug dealers or known felons, and come to find out they ain't got the wrong house and you left with the bill after they tear your home up. Start learning your rights, ladies and gentlemen, as citizens. Trust me, you'll be a lot better. You'll be surprised. You see these videos all the time where people know their rights. They come to the cops. The cops don't study the rule book every day. They just get in the skirmishes and know what they can and can't do physically to harm you or hurt you, to incur a lawsuit on them. They don't study the laws. If you remember the laws, you got a fair advantage. I'm Stock Market Steve. I'm just giving my 2 cents for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Guys, leave me a comment. Y'all give the best comments. Leave me a comment, man. I don't want to say who's right or wrong, because police were wrong with the way they handled that. You cannot enter unless you have cause. They knocked on the door. You know what I mean? It ain't like they busted in and started acting crazy and stuff. They knocked on the door. So come on. Right there is a what? Opens the avenue for question. Is this the right house? Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for listening.